What's up, my YouTube family? Sergeant Greybeard with the Gaming Brigade, back with another Division 2 video. Today is Wednesday, August 18th, and as always, I hope this message finds you healthy and safe. So over the last few months, I've been getting some messages from new players asking me what are my favorite combination in regards to the talents you can get on the gear pieces. So today, my friends, I want to take a little time and show you 3 of my favorite combinations. Now, if you happen to be new to the channel, first of all, welcome. Secondly, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. We would love for you to be a part of our gaming family. And if you enjoyed this or found it helpful at all, take a quick second and hit that like button. It really does help us out. Finally, as most of you know, we have giveaways here, and our current one is for an Xbox Series S, and all you need to do to enter is either subscribe here or follow us on Twitter. Either way is fine. The winner will be announced on October 2nd of this year, and once again, to clarify, you do not need to join as a member in order to enter the contest. We do have monthly prizes for membership. However, for the Xbox, again, all you need to do is subscribe or follow on Twitter. With that being said, let's get into today's video. So as I start this thing off, I want to mention a few things really quick. First of all, this video is really geared towards new players or people who are just returning that are really trying to put together a build that suits their game style. And as I've said before, the most important thing is really taking your time and making a build your own. Now, as I mentioned a moment ago, this video is really going to be about focusing on the talent combination between your backpack and your body armor. And by far, one of my favorite ones to run in the game has to do with a run and gun build that I also put together with Hunter's Fury. You can see you are stacking that bonus armor and you're getting a ton of weapon damage as well. One of the best things about the game, in my opinion, is the fact that there are so many different ways you can design a build and really, like I said, cater it towards your game style. Like I've mentioned numerous times before, always remember these builds are a template. Take your time and really cater it towards your gameplay. And what I'm referencing when I say that, and again, this is for new and returning players, is you may see a build that I'm running with and you may think to yourself, I need more armor, or forget that, I want more weapon damage, whatever it is. Always go to a control point and mission you're comfortable with. That way you can see how the weapon responds, or how the build responds to your gameplay. You can make a few tweaks here and there, and again, really maximize it for yourself. Alright, my friends, with all that being said, let's get into the talent combinations right now. You can see here, this is a 4-piece Hunter's Fury build. I'm running with the Scorpio as my main weapon, SMG is my secondary. However, the talent combination is Bloodsucker and Intimidate. Now, this bag happens to be the Liquid Engineer, so it's the named version of the actual backpack, but you can see it has perfect Bloodsucker. Killing an enemy adds and refreshes a stack of 12% bonus armor for 10 seconds. Max stack is 10. Once again, I wanted a little more survivability with this build. That's why I chose this backpack. However, if you don't have the named version, that's fine. Always remember, you can roll the talent Bloodsucker onto any bag that you want, and again, really cater it towards your build. Now, because the talent on the bag gives me so much bonus armor, you can see I'm running with Intimidate. While you have bonus armor, it amplifies total weapon damage by 35% to enemies within 10 meters, and that directly coincides with the talents on your gear set as well. Another great talent you can run with your bag is Adrenaline Rush. Again, it is all about your gameplay and your personal preference, so take your time, try them both out, and see which one works for you best. The next combination I'm showing you, my friends, is one that I use on my favorite skill build in the game. And this is something where I will just set up shop at a control point. It does all the work for you. It's so much fun to use. And more importantly, it can be really effective in either solo or group play. Now, keep in mind, when I say that it does all the work for you, obviously you want to become proficient in using the skills that you choose. For me, I like using the assault drone and the assault turret. I know other people like to use the mortar turret. And once again, this goes back to trying different combinations and finding out which is best for you. You can see here I'm doing this on heroic difficulty, having no problem getting through rogue agents. And again, make sure when you're trying these things out, you're going to different areas in the map, missions, whatever it is that you're comfortable with. Now moving on to the actual build or combination, I want to start off with the primary weapon. Now, this happens to be the named version of a rifle. However, you can have the regular talent in sync put on any weapon you choose in the game, and in my opinion, it is by far the best weapon talent to have when you're running a skill build. You can see here that hitting an enemy grants 20% skill damage for 5 seconds. Using a skill or damaging an enemy with a skill grants 20% weapon damage for 5 seconds, and damage increases are doubled while both buffs are active at the same time. Now keep in mind, those numbers are a little bit lower lower on the regular version of In Sync. However, it still puts out a ton of damage. Now moving on to the body armor, you can see I'm running with kinetic momentum, and again, it is by far one of my favorite ones to use. With this talent, when you are in combat, each skill generates a stack while active or not on cooldown. Stacks increase your total skill damage by 1% and total skill repair by 2%, up to 15 stacks per skill. And my friends, when you combine all of that with the talent on the bag, which is Combined Arms, when shooting an enemy increases skill damage by 25% for 3 seconds, you are putting out so much extra damage with this build. Again, you're going to shred through NPCs. And as we move on to the last combination, always remember you have named versions of these items as well. So for instance, for this bag, there's a Hand of You bag that has perfect Combined Arms. So again, try different variations, and like I've said 1,000 times, make it your own. The final combination I'm showing you today, my friends, is again one I love to use in the game because it just puts out so much damage. It's an absolute monster. However, in full transparency for me, I usually only use this in a group. Now keep in mind, you could run this solo obviously, but for me, I like running it in the group because it is a combination of Glass Cannon and Vigilance. So for me, having those extra distractions of, different players on your side and other things like that really helps out. Starting off with the primary weapon, I like using the classic M1A. I love the talent Boomerang. However, you have other options, my friends. You have Baker's Dozen. You have any rifle or something, that has like Ranger on it. Again, all of those are going to be incredibly efficient. As I mentioned a moment ago, the talent on the bag is Vigilance. It increases your total weapon damage by 25%. Taking damage disables this buff for 4 seconds. Now, there is a named version as well. However, this one still really gets the job done. Finally, my friends, moving on to the body armor. As I mentioned, I'm running with Glass Cannon, or actually in this case, I'm running with Perfect Glass Cannon, where all damage you deal is amplified by 30%, all damage you take is amplified by 60%, and the non-named version's numbers are just a little bit lower. And as I start to wrap this video up, most of you know by now, my main goal at the channel is to try to help out gamers in any way I can, and obviously part of that is the community that we have here. So if you have any tips or tricks you want to pass along, please let me know in the comment section down below. As always, I'd like to take a moment and thank you all for your amazing support of this channel, especially while it's a little bit, slow right now. And as I said, these are just 3 of the combinations I like to use. My friends, please let me know anything you enjoy. And again, it's all about trying to help each other out, and that's really going to do it for this video. Like I mentioned at the beginning of this thing, if you happen to be new here, feel free to hit that subscribe or join button. If you enjoyed this, you could hit that like button as well. But most importantly, take care of yourselves, be kind to each other, and we will talk to you soon. Thanks again, everyone.